Hi everyone. In today's challenge, we are going to solve this problem. The problem name is equal row and column pairs, and the problem number is 2352. Alright, guys. So as usual, first of all, we are going to clearly understand this problem statement. After that, we are going to move to the logic part. We are going to see how we can solve this problem, and after that, we are going to move to the implementation part. We are going to implement our logic in C++, Java, and Python programming language. Fine, guys. Now let's see what this problem says. Right. So problem says given a zero index is n cross n integer matrix grid. Return the number of pairs R of I C of j such that R of I and column C of j are equal. So guys, first thing is that we are given a matrix. The matrix name is grid, and the size is going to be n cross n. This means it is a square matrix, right? Fine. The second thing is, guys, we have to return what pair R of I and C of j. R of I is nothing but we can say row number, and C of j is nothing but we can say column number, right? Such that row and column are same. That means row and column are equal. So how it is, don't worry, we are going to see with the example 1 and example 2 if you are not getting these things. A row and column pair is considered equal if they contain the same element in the same order. I hope you are getting now. Row and column is going to be considered equal if they have contained same number of elements. First of all, that will always be the case because it is a square matrix, and the elements should be a same and in order. And how it is, so let's see with example 1 here. So guys, you will notice over here that we are given this matrix grid, right, and which has 3 rows and 3 columns. Now we have to return how many pairs such that the R of I and C of j are equal, right? So here if you will notice this particular thing, that this particular column, so we can say C of 1, I'm considering with 0 indexes, right? So C of 1, and here you will see row of 2, right, R of 2. So isn't it these two are same? Numbers are same and are in order, right? So we have 2 also, here also 2, 7 also, 7 also, and this 7 also, and this 7 also. So can we say that this has one row and one column which is same, right? So here the answer will be 1 because we have only one row which is same with one column, right? We have only one pair. Now let's move to the example 2, and here we can see how we can get answer 3, right? Output is 3 here, right? So for 3 here, if you notice that this is first case, right? 3122 3122. So let me consider this is a first case. So we can say there is a one pair, right, where R is 1 and column also 1. The second case, if you will notice over here, then this is the second case. We can say row of this one is should be R of 0 and column of 0 because we are considering 0 indexes, and this is row of 2 and column also 2. Now the third case, if you will see focus here, then column is going to remain same, but this row is going to change. So we can say R of 3, but column is going to be C of 2. So guys, by this you also got an idea that a row can be repeat, a column can be repeat if another one is changing, right? That means if C2 is remain same, then R2 must be changed, or R2 is remain same, then C2 must be changed, right? It's not like that once we consider this C2, we can't use in another, we can say pair, right? We can use it, but both should not be repeat, right? Row 2 and column 2 should not be repeat. So by this we can see that we have only 3 pair. These are the pairs, so we are going to return output 3. So I hope guys now you understood the problem, right? So this was the basically problem statement. We are given first of all matrix and cross and grid matrix, and we have to just find R comma C must such a pair of row and column which have a same value as well as in order also. Now let's move to the logic part, how we can solve this problem. Mainly the logic come here, right? So let me write here logic. And logic is going to be really easy, guys, because it's nothing we can say, we are not using any algorithm over here, just a brute force approach. Yeah, if you want to use, then you can use a try data structures here also, but it's going to be really hard, and it's not meant for this problem, right? Because the test case here we have seen that it is not more than 200, right? The length of row is not going to be more than 200, and length of column is also going to be not more than 200. So we can say at max it can go is 4000, not 40,000, right? Whatever, right? But it's not like more than that 10 raised by 5, right? So if it is the case, then we have to use not, if it is more than 10 raised by 5, then we have to think about it. Otherwise now this can easily be solved in n plus m time complexity, right? So now what is the logic over here? So as for logic, what we are going to do, nothing but we are going to traverse over row. First of all, we are going to traverse over rows, and we are going to store all rows in a hash. So let's condition this first example so that you can easily understand. So in example 1 we have 3 to 1, right? So we are going to say in our, this is our hash map now. Focus over there. This is going to be nothing but key. This is going to be nothing but value, right? So we can say 3 to 1. So we are going to make a hash map of 3 to 1, and the value is nothing but 1. Then 176, the value is nothing but 1. 271, nothing but 1. So we can say that these all have come one time, right? Fine, we have make a we can say hash map of rows. So let me just now put in square brackets. Now we are going to traverse over column wise. Now let's see what we are getting. So for column wise, first of all, our value is getting nothing but 312, right? So we are going to check it. 312 is in our key. No, 312 is not there. So we are going to say move ahead. 277 is the do we have 277 in our key? Yes, there is a key with 277 which has a value 1. So add 1 in our result right now. Okay, now move ahead. Is 167 is in key? No, 167 is also not in a key. So we can say move ahead, and you can see now we have out of bound. We don't have any more columns. So we are going to return whatever our result value, which was nothing but 1 only, right? We have only found one key with the value 1. So we have written 1. Now let's move to the logic of second. Let's understand this logic with a second example because it wasn't easy. So maybe you not get it right. So for second example, we have key here, we have value here. So first key is nothing but 3122, which is nothing but we could say one time. 1445, which is also come one time. 2422, which is come one time. Again we are getting 2422, so we are gonna increment it by one. So it's gonna be nothing but equal to now two times. Right. So this is our hash. For example, 2. Now we are going to traverse over column wise now. For column wise 3122, is this in our key? Yes, it is key. So what is the value? 1. So we can say result is nothing but equal to now. Initially was 0, so it's going to add this one into, so it's going to become nothing but 1, right? Now we'll move to the next column, which is nothing but 1444. So 1444 is in our key. No, this is not in our key. So move ahead. 2422. Is 2422 is in our key? Yes, it is in our key. And what is the value there? 2. So add 2 is also in our result. 1 plus 2 is nothing but equal to now 3. Now move ahead. 2522. Is 2522 is in our key? No, 2522 is not in our key. So move ahead. Now we can see that we are out of bound. So we are going to return whatever the value of result. So it is nothing but equal to 3. So guys, now by this problem statement and this logic part, you must understood and have a better idea, right? And I would say that guys, move to the coding, we can say browser, and start implementing this if you are getting the logic part, right? If you will implement by yourself, then you will have a better understanding for future problem as well, right? Otherwise, let's move to the implementation part if you are facing any issue in the implementation part, right? So now let's move to the implementation part. And here guys, in implementation part, what we are going to do, first of all, I'm with the Python. And what we have to do actually, first of all, we have to make a hash map, right? Or dictionary. So we can say I give a name dictionary. And let's use a collection dot default date. That means if key is not present, so it's gonna return nothing but we can say equal to 0. Alright, so I have to use a string right here. Fine. So not a string, the value is gonna be nothing but equal to 0, right? So it is gonna be integer, right? What is the value quoted to that we have to give. Now once we have defined a dictionary, means now we have to define a result which will also be gonna equal to 0. And after that, now we are going to say find the length, which is nothing going to be length of grid. Now we can say for I in range. First of all, I'm going traversing over the rows, right? For I in range of n, for j in range of n. Let me write quickly here. And here, guys, I'm going to say if not if I'm going to make our key. So key is initially we can say empty string. So key is going to be nothing but equal to plus equal to we can say string of grid I of j and plus this, which is going to differentiate our key or going to make our key equal, right? So every row will be equal, we can say unique. After that, once this loop over, we got our key. We are going to say add this row in our hash map. So we can say dictionary of this key plus equal to 1. So guys, what we have done in this part, we have nothing done. We have traversed over each rows and we have put in our hash map. Earlier in the logic part we were doing, right? After that, we are going to traverse each column and we are going to add all those column what in our result variable. So we can say now traverse over each column for j in range of m. See guys, what I'm doing here, I'm just using now a j variable, right? For after that, make a key empty for I in range of n. So guys, here what I'm doing guys, now first of all I have to I then j, right? Now I'm doing j and I. What it will do, because I'm going to use a same thing, t plus equal to string grade of I and j. Here I'm not changing the order, right? Which means the row is going to be changing every time. After that, column is changing, right? So it's going to traverse over column wise. After that, we can say make it unique like earlier one. Now we have our key. We can say if key is in our dictionary, so add in our result, right? So we can say result plus equal to dictionary of key. Now it will gonna add the value. If key is not present, it default add 0, right? And it doesn't mean to that particular thing. If 0 is getting adding in our result, so that does not gonna affect as well, right? So now once we come out from the loop, we can simply say return result. So let's see whether it's working fine or no. Let's try to run this code. And we got an error because we have a typo error which is nothing but create, right? Now let's run this code. So you can see guys, both the test case pass. So let's try to submit this code as well, right? So think guys it was an easy, right? It was a simple brute force approach, no logic, or we can say no algorithm was used over here, right? We have used just hash map, right? Now let's move to the next programming language, that is nothing but we could say C++. And here first of all let me make a hash map which is going to be another map in not string, and here integer, here we can say dictionary, whatever name you want to give you can give over here. Then we can say result is going to be nothing but equal to 0. Then you can say in n is going to be nothing but grid of size. Now we can set over travels over the each rows for int I is equal to 0, I less than n I plus plus, for int j is equal to 0, j less than n j plus plus. And above it first of all we can say initialize our string key which initially empty, right? And here we can say key is going to be nothing but plus equal to uh, two string of what we could say two string of grid of I and j. And after that make a colon here, add column which will make a unique row. Okay, and here we can say after this we have got our key. So once we got our key we are going to put in our hash, or we can say map. So we can say dictionary of key should be plus equal to 1, right? Once this is done we are going to come out from this for loop. We are going to traverse over each column for int j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. For int is equal to I is equal to 0, I less than n. Let me write here I less than n and I plus plus. And here we are going to say first of all let me define a key, right? Or we can just copy this particular thing as well, this particular thing and this particular thing, because both things are same, right? Fine. Now once this is done we are going to come out from this initial inside loop. We are going to say now we got our key, check it if it is in our result, or we can say it is in our hash map or dictionary or map, then add in our result, right? So result plus equal to dictionary of key. Now we are going to return our result. So let's try to run this code and see whether it's working fine or not, or do we have any mistake. So you guys can see that it's fine, right? It passed both the test case. So let's try to submit this code as well, and I hope guys it will also get submitted, right? And here we go guys, right? It successfully got submitted. Now let's move to the last programming language, that is nothing but we could say Java. And in Java first of all let's define a map. We can say string, and here we can say integer, and name I'm going to give is dictionary new hash map. All right, now here we are going to say int result which is going to be 0, and int we could say n which is the number of rows and columns which is equal to grid of length. Now we are going to say for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. And here we could say first of all let me define a string. So string key is equal to this. Here we could say key plus equal to what we could say, we could say uh, you can say grid of I and j which is that number plus unique number. After this we are going to come out from this for loop. We are going to say if now we got our key, now we have to add this in our dictionary map. So we can say dictionary of put, we have to put, right? We have to put in this key what we have to put, we have to put dictionary dot get or default of that key comma 0 plus 1. So what it actually doing, if it is going to put first time then it's going to put only 1, otherwise it's going to put the last we can say previous value plus 1, right? After that come out from this loop, traverse over the columns. For int I is equal not I, here we have to use j. For int j is equal to 0, j less than m, j plus plus. Let me use here like this. For I is equal to 0 and I less than n, I plus plus. And here we have to define a string. What it's happening I don't know. String key is going to be equal to empty currently, and here you can say keys plus equal to not cry, right? Keys plus equal to we can say grid of I and j, and plus colon which make unique row and column, right? Now we got our key unique. Now we are going to say check it in our row if it is present or not. So we can say not check it in our we can say hash map, right? If it is present or not. If it is present, so add that particular value in our result variable. So we can say result plus equal to dictionary dot get or default. If it is present, so return that particular value, otherwise return 0. Fine. Now we are going to say return our result, right? So we can directly return here result. Let's try to run this code and see whether it's working fine or not. And I hope guys it will also work fine, right? No, again the same mistake, grid. Why I don't know. Let's run this code now. All right. So one more mistake. In j0 j less than, it says index 3 out of bound. Is that even happen here? Create of I and J, we are calculating JL plus plus. Alright, so I have used J less than N, but I have used I less than N, right? So let's run now. And I don't think now it should give an error, right? You can see both the test case passed finally. Now let's try to submit this code as well. And you can see it also got submitted, right? So you can see guys, it also got submitted. So now guys, we have successfully implemented our logic in C++, Java and Python programming language. Fine guys. So if you have any kind of doubt in understanding part, problem understanding part, second is in logic part, and last in implementation part. If you have any kind of in these three part, you can write in the comment section. I'm always there to help you. And if you learn something new in this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Meet you in the next video.